Hey y'all. Okay, bear with me for a second. I am trying to put this thing on my tripod. Yay. Okay. Okay. Hey, who's watching? Who's watching? Welcome to Biology, y'all, a real life study of love and relationships. I am your host, resident biologist. Thank you for watching, Anthony. And this is Biology. Yay. We live. I'm just going to go ahead on and log into my Facebook and do some magic. Yes. I love that. Look at y'all checking in. Yes. All right. Let me figure out what I'm doing. Okay. Well, thanks for you guys for tuning in. Hey, Ashley. Now, why don't... Oh, Hamon, where you at? Where you at, Hamon? I didn't see your comment. Let me go ahead and share this. Share to a page. Mark, I'm going to tell you what the topic is. Share. In a second. Ooh, I can add people. No, I don't like tagging people in my posts. Like, I don't like doing that. It's almost like I'm trying to make you watch it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Hey, Sean. Next Generation Millionaires. Post. Okay. And right now, my computer is acting a booty, so it's not showing me how to go ahead and add people to this. But we got a good little bit of people. Hey, Luther. Hey, Kenneth. Hey, Joshua. Hey, Chaos Boy. So before we go ahead and get started, every biology we do, I go ahead and shout out my partners, Next Generation Millionaires, a collaborative of young Black entrepreneurs. So let's go ahead on and get started. So if you haven't already, go ahead and check out the page, Next Generation Millionaires. Go ahead and like this, share this, talk about this with your coworkers. Talk about this with your babe. Talk about this with your friends. Tell them they got to check out Biology, a real life study of love and relationships. Yes. Okay. So tonight we're going to talk about keeping it romantic in your relationship. So, like, today I asked the question if being a romantic, or if romantic things are required of your partner, like if you require a romantic connection. Now, this comes from, y'all can see me? Can y'all see me good? Is the picture clear? Let me know, y'all. This comes from a range of conversations that I've had with people where they're like, well, my partner may not be the most romantic person, but, they do X, Y, and Z. And that's why I love them, and that's why I'm in love with them, and, that's why it works. And so I just, thank you, Jason. How you doing, Jason? Holla at your girl. So, it's just like, I just kind of wanted to poll you guys to find out what y'all think, if romantic things are a requirement. Now, for a lot of men, they said no. And that was the general consensus. I think I got one woman that was like, yeah, it's a need for me. And I think that for most women, it is a need. And for men, usually and most traditionally, men are the ones that are doing the whole romanticizing. So it's just like for a man, he doesn't need it, but he recognizes that his woman may need it, and most women do. Now, for me, if I am in, I'm a bring this around full circle. But if I am in a relationship with you, thank you, Jason. If I'm in a relationship with you, okay, I feel like as your woman, it is my position to make sure, to ensure that not only you have what you need in the relationship, but to also be so much so on my shit that there's another woman that can't come in and, infiltrate on what it is that we have. We're going to talk about that, Mark. We're going to talk about that. So, that's just me. That's just my approach to relationships. I like to make sure that I'm on my shit, So, for my man, it's a different level of we're just dating or we're talking. Like, no, we're together. So, in a sense, it's almost like I'm marking my territory, and me personally, I'm possessive. So I become possessive of who I'm with. See, Ashley feel what I'm saying. So it's like I do everything that I can to make sure that to ensure your happiness in the relationship. If that means picking and choosing my battles, I gotta make sure I keep it sexy. I gotta make sure I keep it tight and right. I gotta make sure that, and it's not just for him, but it's for me as well. So that's my thing. So in order for me to be with someone in a relationship, I need my man to take the same approach. So make it so that I'm not looking at no other man, that I'm not considering like what would have happened or what could have happened with this one or that one, because I am secure and I am happy in the relationship that I am in. So with that comes some romantic elements. So Luther says romance and romantic gestures differ from person to person. So are we referencing traditional romantic gestures or those specific to the romanticizing? Not sure if this is a word, but I felt like it fit. So I slid it in, pun intended. Ha, 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 Luther. I'm talking about in the sense of what works for you. I think that people have to have the conversation. And it comes back to love languages of what is it that you like. Do you like acts of servitude? So do you like when your man or your woman says, you know what, babe, I got dinner tonight? That's an act of servitude. Do you like words of affirmation? Do you like being told, I love you, I really appreciate you, I care about you deeply, I care about what happens to you? Do you like gifts? Do you like to be given things? Do you like to give gifts? Do you like to receive gifts? What else? Because it's 5. What did I just name? 3. Do you like quality time? Whether it doesn't even have to get physical, where you're content watching a TV show and cuddling up under your man or cuddling up with your woman, or, geez, what is the 5th love language? So just for example, do I believe that good sex bonds a couple? I feel like good sex can be a deterrent from reality. And what I mean by that is that just from my personal perspective, good sex can actually jade you to all the issues that are going on in your relationship, and you make all of these concessions because they're the best you ever had. And so you got to be really, really careful. Now, if everybody's on the same page and on the same wavelength and on the same frequency, can good sex bond a couple? Yes. But if you are not on the same page, wavelength, frequency, it can definitely jade you into basically and blind you into not seeing the red flags. Lisa Clark says, hey girl, different people bring out different things out of their partners. And that's true. You have a different experience with everyone. You know, I had an experience like that where I was dealing with a guy who was a divorcee, and he was like, hey, I do things for you that I didn't really do for my wife. And I had to really let that sit in my spirit. And I was just like, you know, there are elements of me that brought out different elements of him. So I definitely agree with that, Lisa. Ashley says, if you're feeling fulfilled in a relationship, then you won't feel the need to go looking elsewhere. Fulfilled people don't look elsewhere or accidentally allow others to creep in when a relationship is lacking in some aspect. And that's why it's very, very important to keep, in my opinion, to keep that romantic element very, very active in your relationship, because and I've said this before, humans experience life in moments. So one moment, you know, you could literally, in your mind's eye, want to run over your man with a Mack truck. And then in the next moment, he could literally be the best thing since sliced bread. So it's like we live life in moments. And as humans, living life together and experience things together, we experience things in moments. So it's very, very important. Like, I really believe the secret to being with someone and staying with someone is learning the art of how to fall in love over and over and over again. Literally. Like nuggets. Let it sit in your spirit. Oh my goodness. Let that sit in your spirit. Hey mama, how you doing? Thanks for watching. Yeah, that's my opinion. You know, people say so many different things, but I don't think people realize consciously, on a conscious level, that the reason why they've been with that person for so long is because they've learned how to fall in love on a kind of on a cyclical level. Thank you, Mama, for sharing my video, and thank you to everybody else who shared my video. Continue to share, continue to like, give me hearts, give me thumbs up, let me know how I'm doing. But the romantic element, like I was saying, is very, very important in order to ensure that both parties, hey Satana, that both parties are feeling fulfilled in their relationship. And so with different people come different needs. And like I said, it goes back to those, thank you. It goes back to those 5 love languages. And I suggest each and every one of you go ahead and check it out and find out what it is that you, thank you, Marlon, what category you fall under, because it also fosters a discussion between you and your partner about how they can best keep you fulfilled in that relationship. Now it's work on both sides. You know, your love language might not match the love language of your partner. However, you have to care enough to figure that out. Mark says, does loving my girl kids give me points with her? I feel like if you have children, loving your children is something that you're supposed to do. So no, if I'm dating you and you're a man with kids and you have kids, loving your kids is something that you're supposed to do. So no, you don't get no points with me. I guess as a mother, that's automatic for me. So I feel like, if she's a mother, she may not give you any extra points, Mark, for loving your children, because that's something that you are supposed to do as the bringer of life into this world. That is something that we have been a very, very big honor and responsibility we have been charged with, to love our children who did not ask to come here. So for me, in my opinion, no. If you're a man with kids, loving your kid wouldn't give you no brownie points with me. No. So, for those of you who may be wondering, this is not water. This is Ciroc pineapple on the rocks. And I'm supposed to be doing homework, but I'm going to do that. Trust and believe, she gonna get that together. But for me, my whole thing in a nutshell, for me, I guess it can be a mixture of gifts and acts of servitude. I don't really care. I see you, Quan. I don't really care about what a man says to me, honestly and truthfully. If you are constantly saying all the right things, and based on past experience, if you are saying all the right things, but you are coming to me with face and ass, that's all I'm going to see. So it's just like, you have to put some action behind what it is that you're saying to me, or else your words are going to be invalid. And I'm going to look at what you do first before I look at what you say. And then I'm going to start to believe once it lines up with what you do. But for me, personally, I like just because. And most women that I talk to are suckers for just because. Like, don't wait until it's a holiday, it's Mother's Day, it's Christmas, it's Valentine's Day. Like, don't wait until it's like a reason to go out and be a consumer. Like, I like to be spoiled, and I spoil in return. So I'm just like, whatever you give me, I'm going to give you. And I really do just because when I'm in a relationship with my man. And that's a requirement for me in order for me to feel fulfilled. I just want to know, just because I'm awesome, you know, you want me to experience different things, or you want to have certain things, and, you know, you're thinking about me and you have my best interests at heart, and you're emotionally supporting me just because I'm everything you wanted in a woman, right? That's what most women. So I am a sucker for just because. If you want in, you do just because. And I'm just like, you know, I'm receptive. Let's just say that. All right, let's get to some of these comments. Thank you for my hearts. I love hearts. Keep it coming. So, let's see. Luther says being romantic to her is when he does those little things she likes. Doing big things shows the world his love, but those little things are specific. Wait. I can't open up the rest of it, Luther. Okay. But those little things are specific to her. Like if she appreciates a warm blanket fresh out of the dryer when she's stepping out of the shower, or him bringing her food as she soaks in the tub after a long day. Luther, you get it. You get it. You get it. Yes. And it's the just because things are the little things. And, you know, I'm just like, most women, me included, we don't expect these, you know, big, huge, grand, elaborate things, even though we don't turn them down. Nah, don't get it twisted. You know, depending on the woman that you're dealing with, because some introverts, they really don't like that kind of attention. But those big, grand, elaborate things, it's just like, okay, that's okay. But like really remembering what it is that I like, finding things that go along with the quirks of the woman, you know, you call those idiosyncrasies. Go ahead, look that up. Like, add that to your vocabulary. You know, those little things are the things that count, because it lets us know that you are paying attention to what we're saying and to the things that we say we like and we want and we need. So yes, Luther, Quan says, just because it's Wednesday. Exactly. Just because. Like, why not? It lets me know that I'm being thought about and that I'm in the forefront of your mind and not an afterthought. If I feel like I'm an afterthought, and I feel like that way too many times, it's going to be a problem, and I'm going to block and delete your ass. That's what's going to happen. So, what's up, Erin? Yes, I am drinking grown-up juice. And for those of you that are just joining me, I am being showered with thumbs ups and hearts. So if you feel free, please join in because I really, really, really like those. And we are talking about keeping it romantic in your relationship. And basically, the motivation behind the romanticism. And basically, at the end of the day, you can't be a lazy lover. You know, you can't be like Kanye talking about my presence is a present, you know. And even though it is, at the same time, at the end of the day, you are in a relationship with someone else. And you must, if you want to be successful, you must consider your partner and what it is that they like and the things that they require in order to be in a relationship with you. And if you want to keep and maintain that relationship, then you will most likely do things to make your partner feel fulfilled in their relationship, secure in their relationship, and not have to wonder or wander. Okay? So, Mark says, when in passing a girl you like, shouldn't she make eye contact? Mark, where are you from? Like, post, where are you from? I mean, different strokes for different folks. I've passed a good bit of guys that I may have been interested in, and I not looked them in the eye or not even looked at them twice. So it just depends. Women can be very unpredictable. We can be very unpredictable creatures. So it's best if you see a woman in passing that you like, go ahead and approach her the right way and see what happens. Go ahead and introduce yourself and, you know, state your intent. Let her know, like, hey, you know, I think you're attractive and I'd like to take you out sometimes and see what happens. If she don't look at you, that really don't mean, I can't base it off of eye contact. I mean, there's certain women that are just nosy as hell, and you might not be their cup of tea, so they might look you in the eye. And then there's women like me, or how I used to be, where I would see a guy I was interested in and not pay attention to his ass at all because I felt like he was getting enough attention from the women around him. But that's just me. So you never know, you know, until you really go ahead and take that chance. Luther says, attitude over action. Can't do those little things with an attitude, like she better be grateful. Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that. There's a time and a place for everything. So, what I'm going to say to you, Luther, is that there is in my opinion, there's a romanticism out of necessity, and then there's a romanticism out of want. And there's, in certain times and places, you're doing different things and you're pulling from those different sides. Okay? Now, the easiest way to, I thought all this time, y'all, I thought my phone was charging, and it was not. But that's okay, because now it is on the charger. It is on the charger, and voila. Okay. So, romanticizing out of need versus romanticizing out of want. You should be romanticizing out of want more than out of a need. Thank you guys for sharing this video. Thank you very, very much. Continue to share. Keep watching, keep sharing. And that's how you know whether you're doing things out of obligation, whether you're being romantic out of obligation, or whether you're being romantic because you want to be romantic. So if you're operating out of, I need to do this and I need to do that because, you know, she's pissed at me, then I would suggest you go ahead and reevaluate some things. But if you are mostly romantic because you want to be, then you know it's you, and then you know that you are being an active contributor in a relationship because you want to be, not because you feel like you're forced to be, if that makes sense. And I would also suggest, if you feel like your gestures of kindness or romantic gestures, if you feel like they aren't going to be received, then don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, I know that I don't give romantic gestures if I feel like they're not going to be received by the intended receiver. I just don't. Hey, was it Bus? Hey, Bus. If she fixes anything on her person when she sees you, she's interested. It's a subconscious tick. When a woman is talking with a man she's interested in, her pelvis or feet will be pointed towards him. A little body language psychology for y'all. You're welcome. Yes. And I guess I'll do, this is like a spin-off because this is going on into a different subject of how do you know when a woman or a man is interested. But yes, Luther, I completely agree. I've seen women like kind of play with their hair, you know, and talk to a guy and she's flipping and she's kind of like in the neck area. And I've also seen women, when I was in relationships, interact with my man and she would be all in her hair and doing all this other stuff, and that kind of put me on defense mode, like, I'm gonna need you to catch yourself, because that's my man you're talking to and you're interested, obviously, because you know, yes, all of this is going on and all of the hair and you're so funny, and the leaning in and the open posture, you know, she doesn't have her arms folded, she's very, very open, and she's touching and she's feeling and she's grabbing his elbow. No, not with my man. So, yeah, Luther, I know how to read all the signs. I do know how to read all the signs, baby. But yeah, maybe that's the next biology, how to tell if somebody is interested. And if I go ahead and do that one, then I will also go ahead and get a male co-host for that night so that we can kind of collaborate on that together and get another perspective, because I love getting different perspectives. No, you are not commenting too much. And anybody else who wants to comment, go ahead, like jump in. Like this is your world. This is your hour, or however long I'm gonna talk right now. This is your time to interact with the biologist. That does sound like an awesome future episode. I think I might go ahead and do it. How to tell if someone's interested. Yes. And you guys, while I'm going ahead and segueing into, you know, the next subject, I don't even know what that is, dinging and ringing. What is that? Oh, that's my homegirl. So, in case you guys are wondering, yeah, I went ahead and switched up the hair again, and this time it was done by my mom. So if you guys know me and you want to get this goddess lock look, go ahead and hit me up, like DM me, because she is available for appointments to go ahead and do your hair. And I've got so many compliments on it. I really love this, and like, I love the little beads and everything. But I'm getting sidetracked. So, yeah. Being romantic and finding out what makes your partner tick, as far as the things that they like. And, you know, you could just stop right there. As far as the things that they like, really taking that time to figure out what they like. And then you can kind of build from there as you get to know your partner and what they like. Quan, don't play with me. But as you get to know your partner and the things that he or she likes, then you'll find what it is that you want to do. Not the things that you have to do, but the things that you want to do, in order to like put a smile on their face. Because when you really, really, really in love with somebody, like you just want to see them smile. I remember that. I remember that. I remember that feeling. I know what that feels like, where it's just like you are so into somebody that you just want to see them smile, and you say, oh my God, well, I don't know about y'all, but I ask myself, like, oh my God, I wonder, like, if I do this or if I do that, like how they react. And their reaction to whatever it was that I did was like my payoff. Like that was my gratification, like watching the reaction and just watching the facial expression and the smile and the element of surprise and everything. Like that's what did it for me, so it's just like how you would want somebody to do it for you, that's how you gotta do it for bae. I'm just saying, like I said, ain't no lazy lovers. Like this is work. You have to remember things. You have to remember the shit that they tell you. You have to remember the shit they like and the shit that they don't like. You gotta it's like a running list of things, because you really never stop getting to know a person. But in that journey, it's like you have to remember to keep it fresh and to keep it fun. And in keeping it fresh, of course, there's always the element of surprise, right? Like, I love surprises. A lot of people like surprises. Some people don't like surprises. You just got to learn your partner. But I love surprises. And I love the element of surprise. And on top that off with some, like, romantic situations, I'm good, But like I said, there's a time and there's a place. Quan, yes, it is an awesome feeling. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a couple of seconds to give your mind and your thoughts together, in case you want me to speak on anything else dealing with keeping it romantic. Do you have a comment? Do you have a question? Do you have anything that you'd like to contribute to this particular session? Now is the time to go ahead and write in, speak now or forever hold your peace. And while you are thinking about whether or not you want to go ahead and thanks for sharing, whether or not trying to figure out if you want to say something or not, if you want to speak up, I'll just go ahead and say that this Saturday that just passed was like so lit. I'm still high on doing the Miss Belief show, and it was very, very cool, and it was just a very laid back and welcoming environment. Everyone was just so amazing, and that particular opportunity led to some other opportunities. If you guys watched my last live, there was a guy that walked up from like iHeartRadio. I had no idea who he was, but he just like walked up to what we were doing. It was like, hey, what are you guys doing? And I told him what I was doing. He was like, yo, I work for iHeart, so I got his contact. So it was just like, it's just been pretty amazing. And this is just a sign to just keep going with this. So I know for a fact, I'm very, very certain that there is a greater purpose in biology. And that's why I do this, like, every week And now I'm, when you guys first started rocking with me, those who just had started with me from the beginning, you guys know that it was like just me, and I started expanding, and now I'm just getting like really, really particular about, the topics I do and who I have on my show. I've become really, really protective of my brand, and I've become really, really protective of you guys. And so, I just really appreciate y'all. I know we have this love session like every single Bayology, definitely every single Bayology, but I really want you guys to know just how much I appreciate y'all. I don't know. I just never would have thought, like, in a million years, like, I'd be here doing a Facebook Live show talking to people who actually want to hear what the hell I got to say. So I think that's dope. So, yeah, we had some commenters. Jason says, when the reaction is the payoff, that's a clear sign of love and dedication and a will to learn. Thanks for giving your thoughts on that tonight. Thanks, Jason. You can call me a hopeless romantic or whatever, but that's my MO. Just really seeing like the reaction. Like I love that. And there's been a lot of things that have happened in my personal life that have made me very selective of who I choose to share and give and gift those moments to. And it's just like but that's something that I really, really look forward to, especially when in a relationship, because that's my payoff. I enjoy that. I do. So, hopeless romantic, I guess. Luther says, make the gestures. Y'all, I can't pronounce what I'm saying. Like, this Ciroc got my tongue buku heavy. Luther says, make the gestures successful. Meaning, if someone does a romantic gesture, make sure to show appreciation so that person knows to continue that type of behavior. Most definitely. Like, if you are the receiver of a romantic gesture, first of all, I'm going to give y'all a little nugget, okay? Positive reinforcement is one of probably the number one ways to ensure repeat behavior. Right now, I am potty training my son. And I try to give him what it is that I think he wants in that moment after he's pottied, right? And so he potties, and I will jump up, I will clap, I will cheer, I will sing, I will act the fool, I will let him flush the toilet, because that's one of the rewards he gets when he potties. He can flush it. And that is one of the number one ways to ensure a repeat behavior. Let me repeat that. Positive reinforcement is one of the number one ways to ensure a repeat behavior. So when you tell someone, I really appreciate you, I like when you do X, Y, and Z, here is what I love about you, this is what I really, really like about you, like, it gives them the thumbs up to, like, yeah, to keep doing that. Because now they have confirmation that you have not only received it, but you appreciate it. And, as humans, people can say, oh, I don't need this, and I don't need that, and I don't need recognition. But as humans, us being wired to be interdependent, we live for those little pats on the back of acknowledgement. Like, we live for that. So, yeah, trust me. And I'm more than sure your partner is going to want that feedback to know what it is that, you like as it becomes a growing experience. Because once you're in a relationship, engagement, marriage, like, learning each other does not stop. You continue to learn each other. You continue to learn each other as you continue to grow separately and together. and you continue to reach those higher heights in your relationship. It's all about growth, right? It's like, what's the point of living if you're not growing? If you're not growing, you're dead. Quan, thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me, and thanks for coming on and sharing and commenting. I really, really do appreciate that. So I am glad. I feel like you have become a regular in the Bayology community, and I just wanted to take this time and let you know that I appreciate you. So thank you very, very much. And Jason says he is a big romantic too. I love seeing those I care about smile. And that's what it's all about. It's not like, it's not about, ulterior motives, and it's not about, okay, well, that whole quid pro quo shit. If you don't know, if you never heard about it, look it up. Quid, QUID, pro, QUO, quid pro quo, is the whole thing of, well, if I do this for you, what are you going to do for me? And, that's not the premise of a healthy relationship. I feel that in a healthy relationship, yes, you give and you receive. However, the way the exchange is done is dictated based on the energies of those two people in a relationship, and not how one single person feels that it should be. If that makes sense. Does that make sense to y'all? Like, there's a give and take, but nobody's dictating what it should look like or how it better be or how it needs to be, that kind of thing. It's just kind of like a free, I'm giving, and a free take it when you need it. But it's not, nobody's above the other person, or it's not one of those ultimatum-y type situations. Yes, I said ultimatum-y. So, Lund, thanks for joining us. I am about to wrap, but I want you to go ahead and catch me on the replay, because I always post each and every video that I do. And like I said, go ahead and like, share this video. I just really appreciate y'all for watching. If that's all for tonight, I'm going to give y'all a few minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Remember, shout out to my partner page. Go visit them, Next Generation Millionaires. So if you have a business, if you have any business ideas, or if you have any particular needs that you may be able to employ a business, then I would suggest you go ahead and talk to Next Generation Millionaires to see how they can help. Their network of experts comprised of young Black entrepreneurs. I'm sure will have something available to accommodate your needs. And if they can't, then they can definitely point you in the right direction. Queen, I want to have you on a show. Inbox me. I think it'll be loads and loads and loads of fun. So, thank you, Marlon. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are just awesome. I just get like, y'all don't realize, like, I trip out like every single time I do this, like, for real, because it's just like, I don't know, it's just pretty amazing. It's pretty cool. So, it trips me out too every time people are like, oh, what are you doing, or what do you do? And I'm just like, I got this Facebook show called Bayology, and so I need you guys to help me grow. Thanks for the likes and thanks for the shares. Like I said, tell people about this. Like, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your coworkers. Watch this show with your bae. I know people that literally, it does my heart so much good when people like give me feedback. So definitely give me feedback. I know people that watch it with their spouse or with their boyfriend and girlfriend, and then after I go off, they go into discussion, which I'm like, yes, that's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to have a discussion about these topics because I want to spark a dialogue. I want people to start learning how to talk to each other again. Yes, so I just I'm so grateful for y'all who make this happen week after week. So, and Bayology is growing and new opportunities, and I'm expanding and doing different things. So it's just like y'all never know when or where I might pop up, but just know that it's coming. Bayology is definitely becoming a cause of mine. So and it's very near and dear to my heart based on experiences that I have had in my relationships. So I definitely feel like I want to share that knowledge and insight with you guys so that y'all can grow with me as I grow. I'm still a work in progress too, so we doing all this together. But if that's it, thank you. Thank you, Quan. Thank you, Queen. If that's it, I'm going to go ahead and leave y'all tonight. I love y'all. Remember, be kind to each other. Take these nuggets and let them sit in your spirit. Until next time. Larry, you late. You got to catch me on a replay, love. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye-bye.